I'm here to demonstrate Factxis. So I'm going to upload a custom data set that has Atlanta's neighborhoods. I'm going to select name to start out with and press OK. These below are all the variables that we put with these different neighborhoods. We created this data set ourselves from the census data that is shared by the Atlanta Regional Commission. So over here, I have a panel, and I know that I have 102 neighborhoods I'm looking for. They're all located in the drop down here. This panel here shows the different variables I have. So I'm seeing that here, many people in Adamsville are in the arts, entertainment, recreation, accommodation, and food services. In fact, there's 26% of people who live in Adamsville who work in these sectors, and the neighborhoods who have more people who work in these sectors include Vine City, 30%, and Campbellton Road, 32%. The reason you're seeing a percent sign next to 98, 99, and 100 is because these are percentiles. So let's go ahead and say that I'm interested in looking at Adamsville, and I'm interested in looking at the downtown. And maybe I'm also interested in looking at Midtown, and I want to see how these places compare. So now I can see that the downtown is here, Midtown is down here, and Adamsville is actually up here. What's special about Midtown? So if I click on Midtown, I get to see that actually Midtown has the highest population density, and Midtown actually has the highest total population in all of Atlanta, followed by downtown. Midtown also has a really low percent female population. It's all the way down here. And if I wanted to see and select the places that have lower female population, I would go from and use my shift key to go ahead and select these places, and I'll deselect the ones here. So I'm finding out that these neighborhoods have very, very low percent female. The reason that is because there's incarceration facilities there that tend to house a lot of men. And these neighborhoods also have relatively few females. Home Park is right next to Georgia Tech. Perhaps I want to learn a little bit more about a different type of sector. Maybe I want to see median rent. So here's a distribution of median rent. Lenox has the highest median rent with $2,000. And Collier Heights has the lowest median rent with $536. I can see that of the variables I chose here, Chosewood Park has lower. The next thing I want to do is take a look at my map. So I have a map here, and I can zoom in and see where these different places are. So if I wanted to select the places with the highest median rent, I would just hold down the shift key, and then they would pop up on the map, and I would get to see where they were located. Maybe this purple isn't my favorite color, so I go ahead and I change it. You shouldn't have to remember all these things to do, but we can just experiment there. So these are places with high median rent. Maybe I want to color by another feature. So maybe I want to learn a little bit more about the NPU locations. So now my color encoding is on the NPUs. And I'm going to change my text encoding to the name. So now I can actually see the name of these different neighborhoods. I want to look at another variable here. So I'm thinking about maybe percent of population that's married. So these are the neighborhoods, Brookhaven is right on top, where they have a high population of married people. And it also tells me what NPU it's in. So I can see that a very high population of married people tend to live up here. Low population married people, we have Atlanta University Center, and then we have Georgia Tech. So those are the lowest ones. What about the percentage of population that's separated or divorced? So the winner there is Lakewood Heights, with 26% of the population over the age of 15 being married or divorced. Georgia Tech is the lowest.